How's it going, everyone? Mask here again, and we've finally been able to get this level 40 Bakura video on the go. Now, honestly, I've been so tilted. This is my third level 40 Bakura who's dropped for me this entire event. I've been wanting to test the deck or two since the beginning, and I'm actually here recording this while live, streaming on Twitch, doing something different. It's going to be pretty cool. Our Twitch chat is still live on the left here. I'm sure everyone's going to be saying hi, but I'll open up with I'm not the one setting the messages, so I really hope they're fine. Anyhow, guys, I have the deck posted on the top right. We actually theory crafted this together on Twitch while I was streaming. There's a lot of people I'd like to say thanks to for helping put this deck together. I don't really have the names right now, but I'm sure you know who you are. And here the guy is, level 40 Bakura. He has been avoiding us literally for what it feels like 2 days. We're running a pretty standard deck. Obviously, Pinch Hopper is going to be used to stall. You're going to have fusion. We're getting a fusion summon out. This deck actually, if ran through properly, only needs 300 glossy points to hit 8k. I'm really confident in it. We've tested it out once on a legendary duelist, although that's not too impressive. But I say let's just jump right into it. We got Yami Bakura, level 40, the evil incarnate. Please do not open up with 2 of those magic tributes on me. That is pretty much going to GG, whatever no matter what. We are running Draw Sense Earth as a backup here. Worst case scenario. I really hope we open up. We are running 8 cards that we can open up in our opening hand. And we drew 2 of them, which is perfect. So we are going to get a Grass Chopper out on turn 1, which helps us a lot. That's the goal of this deck, ideally. On the worst case scenario, you either draw in a Happy Girl or a Gakabon. Sure I pronounced that wrong. Once your Pinch Hopper makes it through, you throw it in defense. And don't be scared to ever set your Gakapons to pull out another Pinch Hopper and get the field set up safer. If you have 2 Pinch Hoppers on the field, you've basically survived the farm. So we're going to get the second one out now, and that makes us almost immune to the worst case scenarios this deck can run into. If you have 2 Pinch Hoppers on the field, you are basically good to go. Ideally, you have 2 in defensive mode on the field. That's like dream scenario there. Yeah, Tribute to the Doomed. We do not want any Tribute to the Dooms. Let's see here. Pinch Hopper. Yeah, so we're going to put it in defense, and now we're set up. We're honestly in a really good spot now. Now we just need to hand manage ourselves till the end of the game. We cannot, and this is a clogging rule, we cannot summon... Mind you, we totally could. We could suicide these Pinch Hoppers for HP management. That's a concept I haven't considered in these decks yet. As this progresses, we can totally suicide Pinch Hoppers to help lower our life points. Instead of having to run things like Hieroglyphic Lithograph, or actually we have a couple of really funny niche cards in here that I'm running just to lower the life points. For example, Toon World, Hieroglyphic Lithograph. Who's seen Toon World in a farming deck? We're doing it. So we're looking at Koala I need, Storm I need, Supremacy Berry I don't, but Supremacy Berry I need to activate. Crap, you can't activate it when you're on equal life points, so I actually have to carry that card. It's now become a dead card to me, which is unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and we can set Gakapon, he'll kill that. Supremacy Berry, which is core to this deck just because of the way I've set it up, actually turns out to be kind of needed, unfortunately. And I can't pop it until we pull this trap we've put in here as a sort of a continuous spell to set up for Storm. We'll see. Well, hopefully I can pull that off. That one I'll probably end up changing from the deck list, to be honest. Well, actually, it's kind of... There's really not a need for it. It should be fine. We can discard, so we don't really need the 3rd Pinch Hopper. We do have Koala in hand, though, so we know it is safe to set the 3rd, or to play the 3rd Pinch Hopper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We don't need the Unhappy Girl. At this point, it's hand management. Have I planned this well enough to never get myself in trouble from a hand management perspective? The Supremacy Berry has me worried. It is really messing things up right now. In order to achieve low life, you know what? I'm just going to attack a Hopper in. Screw Supremacy Berry. I'm going to discard the Supremacy Berry this turn and just say, yeah, we don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and activate Toon World. It's in here to lower my life down. We are totally safe with our Hoppers now. Supremacy Berry is great. It's in there as an option to lower life and a safety net. If you ever need to use it defensively, it's going to heal you for that 2k, but we can totally get around it. Life management can be achieved from using these hoppers. We'll go ahead and, so this needs to be activated. Actually, we're going to get Supremacy Berry off now. After everything I said, we're just going to get it off the way it's supposed to be done anyhow. So on an end phase, no, but on his draw phase, before he ever has the opportunity to Nobleman a crossout, you need to activate Aegis of Gaia. Going to heal us by 3k. We're setting ourselves up to pop it later. We will unheal by 3k, but the cool part about it is it allows us to use Supremacy Berry to also lower life, kind of having that dual functionality. And we're going to pop Hieroglyphic. Okay, now I gotta be careful though. Hieroglyphic Lithograph, we actually are not setting ourselves up properly now to get Comeback Victory, and that's part of this deck that I really like to pull off. Comeback Victory won't be done if I Hieroglyphic Lithograph, so I would have to suicide a hopper into a Heavy Knight of the Flame to get my Comeback Victory. This is going to drop me to 4k. It is glossy, so I do want to play it. I'm going to go ahead and use it. And I think I might... No, I'll suicide a Pinch Hopper, not this turn. Maybe I will do it this turn. Let's just go for it. See if the attack goes through or not. Yeah, sure. Perfect. Now we're good. Now when Gaia gets popped, we're gonna hit 200 life points. We're beautiful, or we're done beautifully, and from a hand management perspective, we've already won the game. It's fine. Nothing's gonna clog. Our end game on this is only like 4 cards. We're running the Pot of Benevolence in this deck for the sole purpose of, if we ever need to rotate through cards, we can. If he ever gets a Goblin off on you and mills an important card, Pot of Benevolence is in here to get that card back in our decks. You rotate through the Gokapons to avoid decking out. Can this card pull himself? It can pull himself. So like, we constantly set these Gokapons so they can pull themselves back out of the deck, which is great. And we can discard, like, our hand's fine. Because even if you have already drawn all your Pinch Hoppers, if you ever pull in the Gokapons, set them. They help you draw cards and never deck out before, or never let Bakura deck out before you, therefore missing out on those bonus points you're supposed to get at the end of the game. So this is our second last turn. Now this is somewhat of a theory test right now. In order to get that, I could fail the farm right now, and it's going to tilt me off the face of the earth if I do. But if I fail because of this, you guys will simply have to take a look, adjust the points in our head at the end, and understand that it could have been done slightly differently. But in order to get tribute bonus points, we do one of two things. If Big Koala is the last card in our deck right now, we would summon Piranha. If Big Koala is already in our hand, we would tribute out Big Koala on this turn right now. And we are gambling on the fact that I do not know if he's going to tribute this Big Koala on this following turn. We don't know if it's going to happen. So we are 100% gambling right now. What we could have done is not done this tribute, ended our turn, discarded Pot of Benevolence, we wouldn't have been hand clogged, and we could have performed our entire endgame next turn. But we will be completely screwed if he tributes Koala right now. And he didn't. So I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he did not. So we're good. Our end game is set right up now. I just need to make sure I'm thinking ahead and not going to screw this up. First thing we need to do is Fusion Summon. We Fusion Summon first. Yep. Get the Master of Oz. This can also be done with other methods of getting out a Ritual Monster. This is the most efficient 3-card actual Fusion Summon, which gets us our Fusion bonus points and our Special Summon bonus points, which are huge. That's what's pushing this deck into the 8Ks without having to mess around. Now that Master of Oz is out, we're going to pop Storm. Storm is in here combined with our continuous spell cards and or traps and the field spell to guarantee complete backline destruction without having to run Straight Flush, because a couple of my viewers brought it to my attention that Straight Flush is flawed. Straight Flush is flawed because if he ever has the opportunity to activate his Trap Monster and get his Trap Monster under the Monster Zone, Straight Flush will never work. It's a very minuscule possibility, but I'm doing my best to cover all of the bases here. So now obviously our end game, which is so beautifully easy now due to the new card, Gift of the Martyr, which is a normal card. It's easy to pull. And here's the one weakness of streaming or recording on stream. That is our follower alert. I'll check you out later. Thanks for the follow, buddy. And we have Gift of the Martyr going to go on to Master of Oz. Make sure you secret pass first. And boom, this is such a convenient mathematical combo of 3 cards. Piranha's at 5k. That was a 4-card endgame. I'm not even that tilted anymore that I don't possess Union Attack. I should have activated Pot of Benevolence. No, I shouldn't have. I could not have activated Pot of... I would have screwed my farm over. Never mind. It's glossy. That's the only reason I was worrying about it. And there's the 10k hit into Bakura. And I gotta say, it is very smooth. It went so smooth, guys. This deck, I'm so happy about it. Finally able to put a deck together, throw it up here, and now we'll just watch the points pour in. I've pre-calculated it. It should hit. We got a super rare too. Come on, come on. Don't let me down. 8,300. There it is. This deck hits 80, and the follow train coming in. I see them. I see them waiting just to troll me with it. Okay, so the great thing about this is, guys, this deck only ran 700 Glossy, alright? So you only needed 400 Glossy points to hit this on 8k. Where can you get those 400 Glossy points from? The Toon World. I mean, you can replace Toon World with something else that'll lower your life. The trap card wasn't even that necessary. You could sub out Toon World and that trap card and run 2 continuous spells that will also be glossy to get you some glossy points. Reload doesn't really need to be in the deck. It's in there as a safety net. It can also be placed in. It's really easy to pull off 400 glossy points on this. So once again, I definitely don't feel any guilt in calling this a 8k level 40 Bakura farming deck. We got no Union Attack, and I gotta say that went so smooth. So, and we keep going. All of you guys are just... Okay, so, honestly, that was it. Bakura had been avoiding me for so long. I was so tilted as to not being able to get this out. And, he's gone, so he's not even coming back. We can't... I wish I could do a second run to really get some good examples out there, but obviously he's not going to come back for me, so we're not. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for checking this out. And I'll pull this off here just so you can... Actually, there's the follow train being able to be seen now. Thanks a lot, guys. Check us out on Facebook or Twitter. That's how you're going to know when the... That's how you're going to know when we're going live. Facebook or Twitter will let you know. Twitch.tv/MasKScarin. Come hang out on the stream. We have so much fun. And of course, this is something we've started to do. We're recording some YouTube videos live on Twitch. So you guys can get in a YouTube video as well. So there you go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Smash that subscribe button. There's definitely more to come. We're gonna start redoing old farm decks. We got new cards. This new box gave us a lot more farming opportunity, and I love it. So yeah, and as always, guys, don't forget, stay classy.